Alright, now I'm going to show you how to set up a game. So let's say you have a game loaded up or set up with a friend. Load your deck. I have a April 21st test deck with all the new card images. I can see my deck, click ready to start, and there we go. So first thing you want to do is take this 20 and turn that to a 0. This is where we keep score. Second thing we want to do is right click and view library. We want to drag our defensive coordinator and a defensive lineman onto the board. We drag our quarterback and an offensive lineman onto the board. Now, it's important, close this off, that our offensive lineman and our defensive lineman are both starters. No all-pro, no legendary. We put them on a board so that way our opponent can see that we have the correct things, and we bring these guys into our hand. This adds a little level of strategy here. Now, we're going to have our quarterback on one side, our defensive coordinator on the other. Our opponent will have the opposite. He will have his defensive coordinator across from our quarterback, preferably on the backside, and he'll have his quarterback across from our defensive coordinator. Now, Cockatrice seems to have 3 rows here. We don't really need this bottom row, so what we're probably going to end up doing is keeping everybody here. So when we have our quarterback and lineman back here, when we have our receivers and running backs up here, they're directly across from the defensive players, and it makes it easy to calculate when we're trying to score. So now that we have our 4 starting cards, these 2 in our hand, these 2 on the board, we right click, tell it draw cards, and tell it 7. This is our starting hand. So let's say I'm going first possession. These 4 globes here, the first 4 will be our quarters. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So since it's our first possession in the first quarter, we click. We calculate momentum. There's a 3, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Now, what do I want to play? I can't afford him. I can't afford him. So do I want to go for a quick setup, get out a quick player, and force my opponent to have to respond? Or do I want a lineman, spend my 3, to start building up resources so that way next turn I can have a grand total of 3, 6 total momentum? Let's say we do that. Next turn, opponent, we both draw a card. He will click his globe. He'll add his momentum. I've got 3. He's going to play a card. Let's say he plays a lineman also. I call by playing my own lineman, and turns over. First few turns of this game, just like a lot of card games, will just be setting up your strategy and generating resources. So second possession, first quarter, I have 6. What do I play? Maybe, ooh, look, I drew a guy. So maybe I go for 3, 4, 5. And now I have 2 players forcing my opponent, if he doesn't have, which if he has a similar hand to me, I mean, I've got 2 defensive players. I got a 5 and a 3. But if this was him playing these 2 players and I had to respond with 6 momentum, I can only afford 1 guy. Make it, difficult so that he would be guaranteed to get 1 person through for free, which would be a touchdown. Because an uncovered player is going to take take the ball to the house. And that's pretty much it on how to start the game and how the first couple turns would look. Thanks for watching.